And from some fundamentals in which we are looking forward to, it looks like gold would be very bullish. Why is this so? Because the dollar is most likely to continue going bearish, and if that continues, then we would be having more bullish continuations for XAUSD. Hey peeps, AdmireFX right here. Welcome back to our weekly market forecast for the week of the 18th to the 12th. Once again, happy new month, guys. So without further ado, let's get over to the business of the day. Okay, so we come in here to predict 500 to 1,000 pips into the future. So we are starting off with gold. Okay, for last week we can see gold has been on a massive bullishness for the past 2 weeks. Okay, 2 weeks of bullishness. So let's go all over to our hourly time frame. Just like you can see, actually we wanted price to give us a nice pullback to the zones of the 3403 before a bullish continuations. We were all bullish. Yes, price was actually bullish, just like we anticipated. Some of my mentees, my students, and some of you were able to make money from this, but I like trading, catching my trades from the pullbacks, okay, not halfway, okay, because price on Monday, price just gave us these two bearish candles Sunday, and next thing Monday market open, price open with these massive candles. Okay, so those that use our candlestick confirmations we're able to use to take some nice trades from there and also make money for themselves. And we're all bullish all the way. All the targets we were looking for, which was the 3499 zones, okay, 3499 zones, 3500 ounce, okay, price splashed away from that zones and continue all the way bullish. Okay, so gold has been super bullish, breaking the all-time highs too, and has been going further. So what next are we looking for the coming weeks for gold? As it stands, looking left, if we keep looking left, we can't see any previous price action on gold. So the best thing to do for us is to trade with the trend. Okay, so in this case I'm going to give you guys bullish and bearish scenarios, because currently gold does not have any resistance, okay, on the higher time frame. So you only have to work with the hourly time frames or the minutes time frames, support and resistance. Okay, so we have some zones here, right? We have some zones here and we have some zones, so I'm going to mark out another zone like support right about here. All right, so for bullish considerations, because clearly price is still very much bullish, so all what you need to do is price to come back to the 37577, then a bullish continuations. You can go for your 1:2, 1:3, your next zones of like, you go for another 100 or so pips of like these zones of the 6. Right, let me place a line there. All right, let's place a line there, 3663 to the upsides, or we could even have price continue bearish to these zones, then we can have bullish continuations to the upsides of the 3663. okay, well, for us to go bearish, okay, I would like price to take away the support. Okay, this is a support, this is a support, so I would love to see price break from these zones, retest there. Then your first level target could be the 3498. Then you can go as deep as your 3447. Okay, so that's it for gold. And also, if you look at the weekly time frame, price has been so much bullish. So for proper bullish continuations, we will most likely have price push back to these zones, the zones of the 3489, okay, or these zones of the 3431. okay, before we could have a proper bullish continuations if price wishes to continue bullish. Okay, so that's it for gold. For GBPUSD, we had these zones between the 109 and 108. okay, all what we needed was price to give us a retest on this zone, and we're targeting 100% retracement level, which price clearly did that. A lot of my students and a lot of you also made money before during that time. Okay, because when we made this recording was about Saturday, Sunday, so when we posted this price, it was a nice opportunity, which most of you also took the opportunity to take these sales all the way to 100% retracement level, just like you guys can see. If you did not see it or you think we are copying, here is the video. Still very much bearish, So I'll mark this out like so. So all what we'll be needing is break, which we have retest, which looks like price has retested 100% retracement level. Price going back to the 107. All right, to the downside. Welcome back. So you can see how we predicted that little sales there. Price did not do much, so from there price also. That's why it's very important you know how to enter and where to exit. Your support or your resistance or your 100% retracement level are very strong zones in which could propel price to reverse. Okay, so since then we have been having price creating series of highs, lows, highs, and a low, and we are looking forward for price to create a new higher high. So where are the best levels that we could take trading opportunities from? And mind you, where price currently seated is on our daily area of interest. Okay, as you can see, is also written here. You can see price is clearly on our daily AOI, which is a very strong zones for us. So if we can take a nice trade or any trade from these zones, is something that we could hold for the longest and most likely target the 15 to 16k, which is all the way to the upsides here. Okay, so for me this looks good. Okay, but you know gold is very much massively volatile. Okay, so first of all, you can target your 100% retracement level. Okay, for me this looks super good. You can target your 100% retracement level, which is the 113. Okay, 113k, a nice 1:3, right about there, and you can have price going to 116k into these zones. Okay, which is almost a 1:6. So this is a good bullish trade for us for bullish continuations, but this should be your first TP 113k, your second TP 116k, all the way to the upsides. Okay, so you can go to your lower time frames like your 15 minutes, your hourly time frames too, to take those trades call. Okay, so that's it for BTC. We won't actually be looking for the bullishness because it's going to for the bearishness rather, because it's going to take a longer time for that to play out. Okay, so we stick for the bullish sides of things. So up next is the DXY. All right, for the DXY for the longest of time, for over 5 weeks now, DXY has been ranging since August. Since the first week since the first week of August, DXY has been ranging, like we can see. If we even go to our weekly time frame, you would see we have been having over 1 2 3 4 5, okay, over 5 weeks of range. Okay, we have been on a range. Price is very much indecisive, so if you are most likely be losing money this week or this month rather, you should between last month and the first week of this month, these are the reasons. Because the dollar index or the dollar itself, which mostly almost all the currencies in the world are being traded against, the dollar and the US economy is unstable and uncertain for now. So hence why we are having price just dangling or ranging or consolidating for the past 5 weeks, which is over more than a month plus now. Okay, so when you are trading ranges like this, you have to also be careful. So even as last week, we were analyzing price just started buying all the way to the upsides, though we had our pullbacks we were looking for and the bullish continuations, which we also took advantage of it on, I think, GBPUSD and EuroUSD, which I'm still going to show you guys. Okay, but thereafter we still had another set of range for last week. You can see this is Monday market open. Market started bullish, and during Wednesday thereabouts, market started bearish again. So we are still very much on that range, guys. If you can see, looking left, okay, price is still very much is neither going up nor down. So but the good thing about ranges is, and we know the market trends 40% of the time, and the market trends 40% of the time and consolidates 60% of the time. Okay, so when you see ranges, they are part of the trend. That's why we have 3 types of trend. We have the bullish, bearish, or a ranging market. Okay, so these are also times most people also make money. And for myself, when I see ranges, I'm also happy, because whenever the breakout happens, we'll most likely be having a massive bullishness towards either direction in which price has now decided to go towards. Okay, so let's say this range. So I'm going to share a little trick with you guys, which I believe if you're an OG with us, okay, you would understand what we are doing here. So let's say this range is like a 200 pip range. So whenever we would have a breakout, there will definitely be a 200 pips breakout. So if this price continues bearish, okay, if this price continues bearish, we should be having price go all the way to this weekly AOI, which is like the $96 zones, okay, or the $96-$95 point. So we'll have more like your first TP and your second TP. So whenever you see ranges, just measure the height of your range from the support to the resistance, or resistance to the support, put it to the downside. And also, if price is meant to go up, this is also how high you would be seeing price going, also over 200 pips to the upside. So this is a very good anticipation for the breakout, so which if you are able to catch any of these trades, you can make a lot of money from this. And these are one of those things we teach on our mentorship, which is currently going to start next week. So if you are interested to learning from the prophetic analyst myself, you can also click on the link on the description below to join our free Telegram community. Then you can get our mentorship if you want to learn from myself on our one-on-one advanced mentorship for just $200 discounted price. Okay, so for DXY moving forward, for DXY, let's go to the daily time frame. Almost same thing that has been happening for the past 4 to 5 weeks now. So I'll still stick to my zones. Okay, I'll still stick to my zones for the bearishness, because also if you look at the daily time frame, you see that price is still tilting to the downside. But what is holding it? Okay, let me show you guys. Price is still creating series of lows, highs, lows. Okay, it's creating a lower low, a lower high. So we will be looking for a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, like so. Okay, but you know, one of those reasons, like I've been telling you guys for the previous week, why price is holding around here is because looking left, you would see that there's something that looks like a head and shoulders here. Okay, so that is one of those main reasons, because it's very difficult for price to alter, especially higher time frame chart patterns like that of the daily time frame, like what we are seeing right now. So that's why we are saying price is very much indecisive. Price could still do anything, like by going bullish or going bearish, but sticking to looking at price moving right now for the longest, price is tilting to the downsides. Okay, so I'll give you guys bearish scenarios which you can take to our trading advantage. Okay, so for the bearish side of things, all what we need to do is we could see a little buy back to these zones of the 97 points. Okay, then 100% retracement level and price going to 96k. Or if you want to be more conservative, you could wait for price to break here, retest that zones, then you can go to your first level target, which is a 96 points, or you go to all the way to the downside to your 9600, all right, which is our next weekly area of interest, which is all the way down here. Okay, for the bullish side of things, we would only be interested if price breaks these zones of the 90, 97, 98 zones to the upsides. Okay, so for now we stick to the bearish side of things, and that's it for the DXY. Up next is EuroUSD. We could have a little bit pullback, okay, just like a sell to buy scenario. So more deeper sells to 1.16320, then we could be bullish to a 1.18098. Okay, EuroUSD for last week, you can see how we predicted EuroUSD into precision, though same thing that is happening, the same range that we are having on the DXY is also happening on EuroUSD. You can see for the longest over 5 weeks too. Okay, since the first week of the month of August till date, price is still very much on this range. All right, we can see price is going sideways. Okay, it's neither going up nor down for the longest of time right now. So for last week, we wanted price to give us either a break retest and a continuation to the downsides, or a meantime pullback to these zones, then bullish continuations to the upsides, which clearly that happened. Price came into that zone we were looking for, then started being bullish. But regardless, we were also able to take some meantime sales here, and signals are also being sent out, which I'm going to add somewhere around in this video, and a lot of money was being made. So moving forward for this week, let's look at how price closed for last week on the weekly time frame. Mind you, this is a new trading month. Okay, so for last week also we had price close with still in the range, guys, and this is what I told you guys. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, so you still have some massive ranges, but regardless, in between the range, we can still see we are having more bullish candles than bearish candles. So this signifies that price seems to be pushing all the way to the upsides, and our next level target is most likely our 1.222282 to the upside here. Okay, so price looks very much bullish. So all what we have to do is to go to looking at where price also is on our daily area of interest. So you can see the magic that normally happens on the daily area of interest, or using the combination of our range strategy plus our daily area of interest. So what could we do in this case? So whenever price breaks out from a range, so what I normally do, I measure the height of the range, all right, from top to bottom. I'll move it out. So what you need to do, we'll move it out externally, so we can see we would be smashing the 1.1809, and our target would be all the way 1.198. okay, so let's let me use this again. Let's use the peep tool to count that. Okay, so if we are having like 150 pips, okay, you can see 150 pips range so far. So if we're also having that breakout, we should also be anticipating 150 pips breakout. So these are like the cheat codes in which I use in doing these stops, guys. Okay, let me measure it again. The height 150 pips. So you see where 150 pips is stopping almost on our next weekly zone. Okay, so even though you want to do more, you can even go as high as 200 pips. So between 150 pips and 200 pips breakouts, that is what we would be having when price is ready to break out. So ranges are still part of the trend and are very good symbols for price movement. Okay, massive price movement. So I'm going to take this out. So what can we look for the coming weeks? So we have our zones here still well maintained, so we could have our sell to buy scenarios. Okay, let me extend that. All right, so this is also, mind you, this is also on our daily area of interest. Okay, this is also our daily area of interest. So if we can get any nice trade from there, we can hold it real good. That's if price wishes to continue bullish. Okay, so we could have sales to the 1.16926 and price going all the way to the upsides of the 1.181, and we should be targeting overall 1.19053 to the upsides. Okay, for the bearish sides, price has to clear these zones, this daily area of interest, break retest before we could go bearish. Okay, so for now we stick to the bullish side of things. And yeah, so that will be it this week, guys. And if you have watched this video to this very moment, please do well to smash the subscribe button, like, share, and drop a comment on the comment section. Let's know how your trading has been so far, or the kind of forex related videos you love us to make, okay, or topics that are giving you challenges. We could also see how well we can make videos on this topic. And always remember to plan your trades and trade your plan. See you guys in the inner circle. Cheers.